Hi, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Greg, and you're watching Chock full of Quarters. Join us each week to watch us collect quarters from our laundromat.
And see how much money we make. We also give tips on buying, owning, and running a laundromat. And to answer that question that everybody wants to know.
Does a laundromat make money?
Make sure you watch for the code word in the video and enter it into the comment section for your chance to win this coffee can full of quarters. You must be a subscriber.
So hit that subscribe button, press the like button. It really helps the channel. And don't forget the notification bell so you can be notified of future videos.
Let's get collecting. Hey everyone, it's Tammy.
And this is Greg, and we are Chock full of Quarters.
So we're having to do this video from the car, and I don't want you to think that we're not doing videos from the laundromat anymore. It's just, hold on a second, I gotta get this fixed. It's just that, so yesterday I went up to the office to work on the video. I just needed a little, anybody who works with their spouse day in, day out, you know you need to have some me time, alone time, getaway time. And Greg needed to watch Waterworld for the 82nd millionth time.
I told you, it's Shawshank Redemption,
Okay.
not Waterworld anymore. I'm over that.
Okay. Well, he wanted to watch something that we've seen a bazillion times, and I didn't want to watch it. So I went up to the office, and I figured I'd do the video, today's video. And so I had the door open because it was beautiful. It was a nice breeze coming through. I took the SD card out of the camera. I got up to go do something. I came back, and the SD card was gone, and I didn't see it anywhere. And I sat in my chair, and I rolled back, and I rolled over it. So we need to get a new SD card. So we're having to make a new video. So collection was good yesterday, actually. It was 2,043 or 40, yeah, 43 or 48. But we're over $2,000. Totally happy with that. End of the month, all our bills are paid. And next month, we've got a couple of next month's bills paid already, with money left over for us to stick into our safe deposit box.
Yeah, do nothing with it at the moment.
Stick into our safe deposit box because there's nothing we can do with it. So we're gonna go over a couple things. It's because we're gonna drive into the office. So one of the things I want to talk about is making money in the pandemic, and I'm just going to tell you what it was we just told our daughter. So you all know that she just moved. She moved from Boston to Virginia, not here in our city, but in another city in Virginia, without a job, which is okay because she's very talented and she could probably get a job very easily in a non-pandemic setting. So she's not worried about it, and we just hired her. We have an Instagram account, but I started it and it was junk. So she has decided to come on board, and she's going to be running our Instagram account. And I'm not going to give the name yet because I'm not really sure what it is. And she wants to kind of fix some of the stuff that I've done. So once I give it to you, I'll give you the Instagram name. So that you can follow along, and she came up with some great ideas of us. I have a ton of bloopers. It's me and Greg, of course we have a ton of bloopers that we're also going to post there. So and if you head over to and when you get to our Instagram account and you're there, just give a big hi to Miranda, and she'll say hi back or whatever. So yeah, that's going to be coming up. What else? I have. So the advice that we gave her on, how to make money, and because she is just like, I'm sorry, 1 hour and 20 minutes ago, Governor Northam just shut down the state of Virginia, and like everything else, I mean, there are things that are essential. There are things that you can do. Okay, I'm really struggling with this. Hold on. And we're still essential, so the laundromat's not going to be shutting down. We have all of our signs up, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to video that yet, but maybe I'll have Greg tomorrow morning when he goes to open, video all of our signs that we've put up. And people are adhering. They're being good neighbors. They're coming in, putting it in, going back to their cars, and they're not sticking around in the laundromat. So, because he was down there today because one of our 50-pound, and you're gonna have to say, "Oh, Greg." So the 2 belts broke on that machine, both belts.
Yes.
The 50-pound machine runs on 2 belts, and both of them were broken. And Greg didn't video it of putting the new belts on.
Yeah, that's on me. I kind of had to use my phone as a flashlight, which is very hard to do when you need both hands to fix the belt. So I will be investing in a headlamp here as soon as possible.
Yep.
So that does not happen again.
You know, it's funny. For 12 years, we've literally been, we struggle with lighting behind our dryers and some of the machines. And we're not smart enough to go out and buy headlamps or actual lamps that work. We end up going to the Dollar Tree and buying these little flashlights that are too big to even put in your mouth to hold. I mean, we're just not that smart. I don't know what it is. I just don't know why it is that we can't seem to get this straight.
So remember I talked about the channel locks? When you're in one of your dark little spaces working on one of your machines, if you get a laundromat, my advice, a headlamp is maybe not quite as essential as...
It's number 2.
It's up there.
Channel lock's number 1.
Channel lock's number 1.
Number 2.
I put it a little further down, but it's up there. Something you should have. Because it would have made my job today a lot easier.
And Greg is great. He is so. When I managed other people's businesses, one of the things that I brought to the table was the fact that I was it was always work smarter, not harder. So if you have to walk the length of this building to go get something, you better be bringing back more than one thing, because it is almost guaranteed that you're going to need something else. So you better stop and think through that problem before you walk back, because you've just wasted my time and your time, and I ain't paying for you to waste my time. And so that's how I would train my employees, is that if you're going to do something and you think that you're going to need something, hold on a second, you're going to need something else, you better bring it, because you're not going to waste my time. And Greg is always wasting my time.
Yes. I am definitely guilty of that.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Oh, we need a screwdriver." And he's like, "Okay, I'll go get it." And he's down there, and I'm like, "Hold on, I think I need something else." And he'll just start walking back, and then I'll be like, "I need something else."
Or it's something I've done before where I know after I need the screwdriver, I need a set of pliers. So I go get the screwdriver, come back, and go, "Okay, I'm done with that. Now we need the pliers."
Yeah.
Well, it's not like I've never done that. And sometimes stuff comes up that you don't expect, where you're like, "Oh shoot, this is also broken. I didn't realize that. I need this tool." That's not what we're talking about. It's something where you're going to need these 3 tools. Don't get them one at a time. Bring them all back.
Yeah.
Save yourself the trip.
It was. But he still hasn't gotten it after 12 years, and I tell him all the time. Still hasn't gotten it. I don't. You know when he'll get it? The day before we sell the laundromat. That'll be the day he does it, on his own, without me telling him. And I'm going to look at him, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Well, there was one time, the worst one for me, I had to go up on the roof, which I have a slight fear of climbing ladders that are kind of shaky and flimsy. And I had to go up on the roof, and I was like, "Okay, I need this." And I thought I thought the problem through. I didn't. I bought 2 things up, and I needed a 3rd thing. Yeah. So I had to have Tammy go inside and basically throw it up to me, which was not fun when you're just not something I wanted to do. Playing catch while I was up there. I should have truly thought the problem through and brought what I needed with me.
And we have a rubber roof. They put on I think it's a 30-year rubber roof. So we have to be very careful what we toss up there, what we bring up there, because you drop a screw and you're not, you have to be, you take a screw out of, all that's up there is the air conditioner, and you drop a screw, you need to, or you take screws out of the panel, you need to know that you have 6 screws, and you better have 6 screws in your hand at all time, because the warranty covers puncture holes. But what the roof guy told us was that, yes, we will come and we will fix it, but it's still not the same as having one continuous piece of, so I get that. But, so I'm sorry, Greg didn't, I know you all want to see things like that, and that would have been perfect too, because, putting on belts is just one of those things. Yeah, it's what we do, but you still need to see how to do it.
Yeah, it's of all the things we have to do, it's one of the easier ones.
But it would still be
a little bit of a pain.
It still would have been nice, though.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That we had learned how to. We ended up figuring out how to do changing the belts ourselves, because the previous owner had showed us a few things, but you know, and I'll tell you something, when it comes to belts, we have the fear, our big fear, you know, is this. Our Milner machine, which is the one with, it's the pet machine. So those belts are original to the machine. And I believe those are from the 70s or 80s, I can't remember. The belts have never been changed on that. There is so much black rubber dust in the machine. It's the only thing that's keeping those belts on there, we believe. We don't even like to look in there because we know if we look in there, something's going to break. We've only had to replace 2 things in there, I believe. Once it was
the whole coin thing.
I had to fix a spring on the coin mechanism, and we had to put in the fuses. You know, those are easy. The relays, that was difficult. So, but yeah, the day that the belts go on the Milner, knock on wood, will be the day that we take it out because we don't know how to get them back on because it looks really complicated. So
I'm sure it's one of those things.
It's just a lot of pulleys.
Yeah,
that's all.
It's not one simple drive belt and then the motor. Yeah. It's not like that. Like the Wascomats are painfully simple to change a belt on.
Yeah. So
that's a little more complex.
Go up to. Oh yeah. So there's that. Let's see what else is going on. So what we told our daughter about how to make money in the pandemic. So my daughter is a really good baker. She doesn't do it professionally. She enjoys it. It's kind of like a hobby or a passion or whatever. And I told her that she needed to start baking some things and putting them for sale on Facebook Marketplace. And she thought I was bananas. Absolutely bananas. She's like, Mom, I am not selling baked goods, you know, to my people in my city. And I said, well, you want to know what? I said, do you remember that at Christmas time, that chocolate log Swiss roll thing that I had at for dessert? And she's like, yeah, that was really good. And I'm like, I bought that from some lady off of Facebook Marketplace. And she looked at me, she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, so there was a woman in our city who put this ad up on Facebook Marketplace that she makes these and her family loves them and all of her friends always ask for them, so she decided to sell them to make some extra money for Christmas. And she did it like a month before Christmas. And she said you could take them home and put them in the freezer. Here was the catch. She charged $30 for each one. They were really big. It was a good size. She met in 2 locations every day. And you had to tell her which location you were going to be at. And she would be there for like a half hour. I mean, she just was...
She had a system.
She had a system.
And it was efficient for her. And if you couldn't meet her those 2 times...
Yeah, you weren't getting your Swiss roll.
You didn't get your cake.
Yeah.
That was it.
So we got there. There were 15 cars waiting. And we only got 1. There were people who got 2. There was one woman I was talking to said this was her 3rd time back, that she had gotten one for Christmas a month before, and her husband ate it on her. So she had to get another one, and then again.
That wasn't me, however, I can see myself doing that.
And then she got another one, and then they both ate it, and then so she was there getting the one for Christmas. So, and it was delicious, and this woman took the initiative to say, hey, I do something really well, and it might only be this one thing, but I'm going to find a way to make money. And she just placed that little ad, and she got a ton of customers. And I was just like, this woman's brilliant. Because I think anybody who takes the initiative to try something, you want to be in the laundromat business? Here's something you can do. You literally could start your own wash, dry, and fold business with less than $50, if that. I mean, soap, maybe some fabric sheets, or fabric softener. You don't even need that because you could actually tell people you're gonna have to give up you're gonna have to take their soap with you. You literally could just put it out on Facebook, Instagram, or anybody who is local to you and say, I'm doing this. I will wash your clothes for $1.25 a pound. I will bring them to the laundromat for you. All I ask is that you shake everything out at your house, lay it in the basket. I will put it in. I will wash it. I will dry it. And because of the coronavirus, I would not fold their stuff. I would neatly layer it into a basket and bring it back so they can fold it, and then charge them a pound. Well, how do I know how much it weighs? You bring your scale from home. Or you go to Walmart, get one for $10, and you can just drop the basket on it and see how much it weighs. you could go and wash people's clothes for them and start a whole delivery service just going to your local laundromat. You don't have to tell them what you're doing because you're there. You know, you're at their business spending money, and they're going to be quite appreciative if you come in several times a day with loads of laundry to do.
Yeah, if somebody wants to come in, and we think, or Tammy, as she told me, she suspects one of our customers does that and is afraid to tell us.
Yes.
I'm like, I'll give you a place in here you could work.
Yeah.
I got no problem with you doing that.
I know.
I want you to bring more.
Yep. She comes in. She's there every day. Multiple baskets, bags. She has a little notepad with her at all times, and you know, she's afraid to tell me that this is what she's doing, and I wish she would tell me. I mean, I think it's great. So I just think it's cute that she's afraid to tell me. But I'm just appreciative that she's there. So, but yes, you could start your own laundry service with little or nothing to do. Because I mean, you could say to people, because of the virus, and you know, here's what I'm going to do. You just put your laundry soap in the basket with your clothes. I'll use what's needed, and I'll give it to you back. Or you go out, you know, because everybody has different needs. Some people are allergic to laundry soap, so they have to use something special. They don't like dryer sheets. They don't like fabric softener. They put vinegar in. So, you know, you say to them, well, give me what I need. And then, you know, you just drop the price a little bit. That's all. So of course, Miranda, being Miranda, she was just like, Mom, you know I don't want the laundromat. Our child does not want our laundromat. She said, if you die together, you better make sure I can sell this pretty quick. I don't know what that means, but but like I said, you know, if you need to make money because you've been laid off, there are things that you can do. Look at, you know, honestly, I know we're our own worst critics, but I know everybody knows that there is one thing that everybody does well, and you figure out what it is, and maybe you can turn it into a business. You know, it's just something that can happen. I totally believe that. And if you do it with a passion, like one of your passions, like, oh, I know Miranda loves to bake, so I know it's one of her passions. And I started 2 successful businesses because of a passion of mine. And people thought it was weird, like, you're passionate about that? And I turned it into 2 successful businesses. So, and you can do it too. We'll talk about that more, but you know what? Just maybe you need to start looking at yourself and what it is you can do to help your community. Because let me tell you something, people who are self-quarantined or older people who just aren't getting any, you know, and if they don't bake or anything and they want just cupcakes or just something nice, you know, and they can buy them from somebody in their community, it's neighbors helping neighbors. So, and that's what that is. And I'm hoping she's thinking about it. I really am, because I think it would be nice that she could share what it is she does. So that's my little ramble for today. So we are working on.
Oh, here's another thought along those lines of doing something for your neighbors. With Easter coming up, home delivered Easter baskets. Mm-hmm. You know, because people aren't going to be able to. Also, older people who have grandkids or whatever might not be able to get them delivered grandma's Easter basket.
Yes, that's right.
I didn't even think about that.
That's right. We saw that on Craigslist the other day. Somebody was doing that for people.
Oh, that's right.
But she was giving them away to people, for people in need. I thought that was wonderful. Mm-hmm. Absolutely wonderful. But I think she could, I know what it was. Somebody bought 3 of them and told her to give them to somebody. Somebody paid, it wasn't on Craigslist, it was on...
Is it Facebook?
I think it was on Facebook. Somebody bought 3 of them from her so she could give to somebody else who was in need. I thought it was... Paying it forward, and, you know, it was great. I mean, it was wonderful. Let's see what else is going on, because we're getting close to the office. Greg is...
I got approved to drive for DoorDash.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that. So
you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. But that's the other... If you have a decent driving record and a car, especially now, in the next... I mean, Trump has just said that this thing is going till the end of April.
Yes.
So... people are going to be wanting food delivered to their house way more than they had before.
I don't know if any of you know, but Greg has a side hustle. Actually, Greg's got 2 side hustles. He drives for Uber. He's been driving for Uber for about 3 years. Mm-hmm. And he only drives when the kids are in college. He goes down to
I go down to the local school,
Hold on a second. Do you want to say that you go down to
I don't
Tech?
care.
Okay.
I go down to Virginia Tech.
He goes down to Virginia Tech, down in Blacksburg.
Weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, and
he makes a ton of money.
I make real good money for the amount of work I do down there.
Now that the kids aren't there, he makes
college kids around.
nothing.
So, yeah.
There is nobody down there because it's kind of like in the summertime when all the kids go home.
Yeah, it's a ghost town.
Oh, it's a ghost town. Blacksburg just dries up. So he haven't been able to Uber, and even Ubering here in our city, it's just really, it's not.
You can do it, but it's not.
It's not a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not.
So
what it was.
the other thing that Greg does is Greg is a master at Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
He is. He sells tons of stuff. What was it? Last year, he bought a pallet of Amazon. No, it wasn't Amazon returns. It was appliance returns. Small appliance returns. And he's been working through that pallet, selling that stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Half the stuff was new. And it's
amazing. People want they're really what they boil down to, no pun intended, is pressure cookers. But they're called Instant Pots.
Okay, I think people know what Instant Pot is.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah, you're mansplaining.
Then I'm an idiot. Okay. People love Instant Pots. People love rice cookers.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to sell an air fryer for some reason.
Because you haven't listed one yet.
No? Or did I?
No, you have not. No.
The very first one I sold, I sold one.
You sold one.
I sold one.
That's right, you did.
That was one of the very first things I ever sold. We had a Roomba. That sold. It wasn't a Roomba. It was the other, the iRobot or whatever. I sold one of those.
He sold quite a bit, and I'll tell you, anybody who ever has seen the videos of people buying pallets of returns and stuff like that, we bought a pallet. We bought one of the pallets off of liquidation.com, and it was a ton of stuff. It was one pallet. We had to actually go rent a trailer down in North Carolina where we picked it up because it was so much stuff. We thought it would all fit in my car. Yeah, no, it didn't. And I'm going to be honest with you, for the $300 investment, we basically, that was covered in the first 10 items he sold. On Facebook Marketplace. If I had to go, if Greg said, hey, go put this on Facebook Marketplace for me, I'd look at him with cross-eyed because...
And it is so once...
But I don't know how to do it.
Yes.
I don't know how to do it.
How to do it. It is so easy.
Yeah. But he can't do eBay or Amazon.
I'm not... Well, she's taught me a little bit, and I'm getting better at it.
You are getting better. You're getting better at it. You are getting better.
But the main thing that someone like me, when she first mentioned it, when I was on Facebook, my main thing was, I don't know what to charge. I want to make money, but I want to be fair. I want to sell quickly. Hanging on to something for a year doesn't make sense. You want to get it out the door. eBay is the best place to do research on the current market value, fair market value of anything.
Yep. And we would just go, what he would do is he would take the price off of eBay, and then he would subtract 20%, and that was his price.
Because there's no delivery fee.
Yep.
It's me meeting you a mile down the road. And
people were buying it. Sometimes, a lot of times we would haggle and stuff, but I'll tell you, if it's something that you've thought about or wanting to do, I suggest doing the research and one of the things that I'm going to start doing now is when I bring up stuff about things that we've done, or like, oh, you've wanted to learn how to sell on eBay. I would love to teach you how to sell on eBay, but I'm sorry I don't have the time to teach you. But here's what I'm going to do. I actually still watch a lot of people who sell on eBay, who sell on Amazon, who sell on Etsy, who sell on Bonanza, or they started a Shopify store. I have all these people that I am subscribed to that I watch. And the reason I still watch them is because I have been selling on eBay for 23 years, and I still can learn stuff. Things change on these websites daily, and so sometimes I just watch their videos because I know they're going to tell me what the new stuff is and what some of the new policies are, because I just don't have time to read through the stuff. But so what I'm going to do is every time that we talk about something, about somebody selling pallets, or I am going to put a link down below, okay, to one of the best, or one or two of the best YouTubers who are doing this stuff.
Hey, I'm glad you're still here. Code to win these quarters is coming up.
Making a success and giving good tips, giving good feedback. And so one of the ones to do pallets is, I love her, she's absolutely wonderful, is Hooked on Pickens. And you really should watch her videos from the beginning and see her progress. And and she's selling on Amazon, eBay, and I believe Poshmark. So Hooked on Pickens is going to be the link I'm going to put in the description, so you can go over and check her out, and she can teach you a ton of stuff about buying pallets, where she gets them, and what she thinks of the company that's giving them or selling them. So so this is anybody who's ever had an interest in buying pallets and reselling them on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, Mercari, Bonanza, Etsy, or starting your own Shopify store. She is awesome. So it's Hooked on Pickens, and I will put a link to her videos down below. This is getting long. We are almost to the office. You might have to actually drive down.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going, and then we'll have to come back. So I have all of the shout-outs that I had done in the video, so I gotta do them again. So we're gonna do some shout-outs. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're gonna do some questions. Matt Carter asked a question. He asked us if we thought about putting video games in, a TV, and Wi-Fi. Okay, Matt. Video games, yes. And we actually think we're going to end up putting a video game. I think I'd like to try to get one of those video games that has like multiple games in it. I mean, I'm sorry. There's a tobacco shop and also kind of like a head shop that we just passed. And like there's a line.
Really crowded.
There's a line going out the parking lot. Everybody's like,
I gotta be at home.
I gotta get my cigarettes or get that new bong that I need, or whatever. So yes, I want to get one of those video games that has multiple games in it. We do have room for it, and I know where I would put it. TV and Wi-Fi. We did have TV and Wi-Fi in the beginning. It was one of the first things I did as oops.
Sorry.
You gonna run that red light?
It's yellow.
Oh, okay. We had TV and Wi-Fi, and boy, did we get taken advantage of. There was 1 week where like our numbers were going up. There was no doubt about this. So we had pretty much gotten into even a routine of when we knew our busy week was the slower weekend, and then all of a sudden our numbers literally dropped to. I mean, we did $500 1 week. And we were like, oh my God, we thought somebody robbed us. Like we literally thought, and so we started watching the video and we're like, oh my God, the parking lot is full all the time. What's going on? So then we started to watch the cars. They weren't leaving, and they weren't coming in to do laundry. They were there just to steal our Wi-Fi. And that really, really, really made me angry because it said, and then we thought about, I mean, it just, I got really angry and I got fed up because then this happened. We had the TV in, and we literally pulled every homeless person.
Yeah.
I mean, we went down there one day and there was 20 of them sitting around in the chairs, unpacking their bags.
Getting super comfortable.
Yeah, they were. I mean, there was
like,
there was one.
There was
one in the kids' playroom sleeping. So it all came out. I pulled it out, and it was just. I was just like, oh no, and I didn't want to have to deal with it. This wasn't what I had. I kind of was like, this is not what I signed up for. This is not how I wanted my laundromat to be. So we took it all out, and we never brought it back. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's hurt us. The other laundromats they have Wi-Fi. Well, I'm sorry. The ones that aren't close to the homeless shelter have Wi-Fi. Let's see. Can we watch remotely from our cameras? Yes and no. It has the ability to. Because I got rid of the Wi-Fi.
Well, what we were thinking about getting Wi-Fi again, but much lower bandwidth. Just for us. Literally just for the camera system.
And the other thing is that we are going to get Wi-Fi because Greg and I just watched 2 videos from, it's the hot dog guy.
Hot dog Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, he owns a laundromat and he has a hot dog stand that he does. Yeah. That's his side hustle.
We actually watched so
think about that.
So I'm gonna put the link in to his channel because he has that video of how he can yell at his customers over his phone. I thought it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And this morning on the Facebook page, we watched the video of you yelling at that guy. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So we are going to be looking to do something very similar to that. We are actually getting, we've decided on to go with Lorax 4K cameras. And so the only thing is we haven't bought them yet, but anybody out there who
have a coupon code,
I
would really appreciate it, because I couldn't find one. So
yeah.
if you know some secret,
yeah,
please let me know.
Yep.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. Yeah, we'd appreciate that. Let's see what else. Okay. Pat S asked about sanitizing the quarters and the paper money. We could, but I'll be honest with you, Pat. It's my fear is because we're moving that money so much that I'm telling you, if the virus is down there, it's on the money, it's in the box, it's in the machine, and it's just gonna keep transferring. I don't think at this point there is anything that I could do. Taking them out and sanitizing them, yeah, those are clean, but once they go right back into the machine, they're going to get the virus on them again, because if the virus is in the machine, especially, so it's in there. And I just think it's going to be one of those things that when it comes to what we can do is, all we can do as laundromat owners is sanitize what we can. Knobs, the face plates on the coins on the coin drops, because people push them in with their fingers, the doorknobs, all the knobs, the handles, the tables,
the front corner, the top of the machine, because
yeah.
I do it myself. When I'm putting the quarters in or when I'm doing anything, I lean on the machine, and that's where I put my hand.
Yeah.
And I've seen a million other people do it.
Yeah. So
right there.
We've gotten it down to a system. Sorry. We've come down to a system as to what's being wiped down every day, and cleaned, and that's pretty much it. And we're still sanitizing our tables, even though we're telling people to go out or to take them home. So we're doing what we can, and it's the best that we can do. I think at the end of the day, I don't think I could do much more other than shutting down. So, and we're not going to shut down. People, even though this is going on, people still need to wash their clothes. Nobody wants to be, stuck in their house stinky. So we're still going to stay open. So that was my question on that. Joseph Hammerneck. Okay, Joe. I'm butchering your name because I don't have it right in front of me, but I know who I'm talking about. Convert to LEDs. Yes, we would like to. We had just gotten free from a friend of ours. He was changing out all of his 2x4 drop-in fluorescent lighting or compact or whatever those are. Right? They're
the in ceiling ones.
Yeah, the insert. They're drop-ins. So
drop-ins.
He was converting those in his business to LEDs. So he gave us 20 of them. Actually, he had 160 of them, and I wish I had taken more. I really do. But he gave them to us. So that we were supposed to have the electrician come out and swap all those out for us this month, but that's not going to happen because he won't come out. He's not coming out, so we've pushed it off. What I want to try to do is to see if I can convert these first into LEDs, where you take out the ballast and then you put in some new wiring, and then supposedly you can convert these. I just haven't really had a chance to look into it, but since we've had to put this on delay because of the electrician, we might actually be able to do this. So that's what we're thinking about. So we want to thank everybody. I don't know if anybody can know this or whatever, but we have, since we started, we have gone over 12,000 views. We are also at, so 12,000 people viewed one or all of our videos. I'm just blown away by that. And we actually have, anybody who knows anything about YouTube, they track by your hours, like how many hours have been watched of your videos. And we are over 2,000 hours have been spent watching chock full of waters craziness.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely amazing. We also hit our goal of 300 subscribers. We were totally over that. I think this morning we were at 346. I think we were. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. Again. Sometimes it just blurs day in to day out. So, I mean, that's just amazing. Like, we are so, just, again, we are just blown away. We're just absolutely loving. And we were blown away by your comments. All your great comments from our blackmail video. Some of the sweetest stuff was said. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want to get teary. But we just love y'all.
You guys are awesome.
And so I want to show you something that's in the car. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. Who can see that? Does anybody know what that is? I told you I was going to do it, and I did it. We are going to be playing Center Box Bingo. Greg and I were playing with a little basket thing and turning and calling out numbers, and we have a way.
By the way, got that on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. Whoa.
So just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Lady was like, met him at the porch, and it was on the stairs, and she's like, "You can leave the money right there. I'll come out and get it later." So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just so thankful. Everybody, thank you so much. And I wish I had more words to, thank you just doesn't feel like enough. But okay, my selfie stick. Okay, this is crazy. This is why I'm hoping we don't have to make videos from the car, because my old selfie stick, it's wobbly. It closes on me, and I know I should go buy another one. But if it ain't broke. So I do want to give some shout outs. So my first shout out, and she's going to know this, Diane Kahn. I told you, next video. Hi. So Aussie Steve, welcome. So glad you found us. Dude, you're really funny. You're really funny. So I really love your comments. Let's see. 24/7 Coin Laundry. Hey, welcome. Joey Z2K and James Sacramento. Hi, and welcome to the channel. So glad you're here. Those are our shout outs for today. I wish I could, I've thought about doing like a whole shout out of like literally printing off all your names and just giving you all shout outs. I don't know how people would feel about that, but that's like I want to do that because I'm just so happy, with comments and everybody's views. And do you know that all of my subscribers are only 30% of our viewership? Meaning that only 32% of you are subscribers. So there's a boatload of other people who aren't subscribers that are watching, which is amazing.
If you like this channel, remember, hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. The like button really, really helps the channel. We're really trying to get out there to more people. So you'll know, I just looked down and we're almost on empty. Oh. So we're going to be pulling into the gas station here. Yeah. So, I wasn't even paying attention to that. He can pump gas.
Yeah.
And I'll talk. Or maybe I'll turn it off and then I'll wait till he
do it while I'm pumping. That's fine.
So, hold on one second. Oh, we're at 37 minutes. I thought this was gonna, again, I always think, I'm sorry, my selfie stick. I always think that we're gonna do this quick 15-minute video, and nope, we're at 37 minutes. So, actually, I'm gonna come back because I'm going to stretch my legs for a minute, and then we'll come back and we'll do this because okay. So we'll
be back.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. So we literally have been driving around the office.
Yeah, we've been we're driving in circles a little bit
because we're still talking.
Yeah, we had a lot to say. So
okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
We'll be back in a minute. Bye.
Okay, so we're back. I fixed, hopefully, the selfie stick. Hold on. So we're back, and my selfie stick is not all that great. Okay, I think that's going to be it, actually. So we are gonna, hopefully this week I'll have another video for you of maybe some stuff from the laundromat. I know I have been going down every once in a while, only after our employee has disinfected everything, and I do wear gloves. So maybe I can get some shots of, again, because all of our video was destroyed. So I'm gonna have Greg get some of all of our signs. So one of the things that Greg and I are working on right now, and I really thought this was going to be one of these things where I was just going to say it was going to happen, and we were going to do it, and that's not what happened. So we are definitely going to be going 24 hours. and Greg is going to be the employee. He's going to go down, and he will be down there to make sure that we don't have any problems, or our customers don't have any problems. And he's going to do it for 2 weeks as a test run. And I'm going to flood the area with some free social media marketing. So we went to another laundromat, not in our area, and to try out, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, to try out their Clear token. We weren't that impressed. I'm not sure, maybe if we weren't using it right, but we had money taken from us, and the owner knew about it and didn't refund it to us. But that's okay, because we got to try out their machines, which were Dexters, because we've thought about going with some Dexters, but even though we still like our washing mats, it was a good machine. It was, I liked that the soap box was in the front. I liked that if I wanted to, I could have it text me. It could text us and other things. So, but
it was, I will say, it's one of those shiny new toy things. Very cool. It was like, oh wow, it does that. Wow, it does that. But the reality is, you're talking about a washing machine.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to have social interaction with it. Just wash my clothes.
You know what? I didn't even look at it like that. And you know, I'm one of those people that I always think that like the government's listening. Like, you know, because you know there's RFD cards in your tires, and they can track you that way. You know, if you're ever gonna go like murder somebody, don't bring your phone with you.
Yes, I mean, okay. Well, I don't quite. Anyway, what I was just saying, there are some advantages to what this system, knowing when your clothes are done, having it text you.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with paying on your phone.
But
That's great.
But hold on a second. There's nothing wrong with your washer texting you, but I'm going to tell you this right now, especially in some of the neighborhoods. You should never leave your clothes in the washing machines, because people will steal them. This isn't just because, you know, you saw it on Keenan's video that somebody's clothes got stolen, or we have clothes stolen all the time. The cops are always at our place taking reports for stolen clothes. And I have a sign that says, do not leave your items unattended. It still happens. So if somebody thinks, oh, it's going to text me when it's done, I can go and do this errand.
Yeah, if you don't have time to sit there for the 20 minutes, you're going to lose your stuff. You need to rethink your life. You can't spare 20 minutes to sit there and do laundry.
Well, it's almost like an hour.
An hour, okay.
But yeah, but we went, and it was a very nice laundromat. It was a new build. We did get to talk to the owners, and they didn't want. I asked if we could interview them, because they were the first owners that we've ever talked to who did a full build. We know lots of laundromat owners who, you know, buy existing, clean them up, redo them, retool, whatever. I had never met anybody who had done a brand new build, and they did 2 of them. They're actually looking to do a chain, and it was nice to talk to them. It really was. It was nice to talk to another laundromat owner, and but they didn't want to be interviewed, so I could just basically tell you what they told us. They spent almost $500,000 for the first one. The building had no infrastructure, so a lot of it, you know, came from that. That's why, you know, Danny D'Angelo is always saying, you know, buy existing, because you want that infrastructure. And this guy even said, he was like, that's what we spent most of our money on, was the infrastructure. So, there was that, and it was nice. They had a really nice laundromat. I have to say that it was beautiful. It made me want to call up the Dexter dealership, and be like, hey. But I'll be honest with you right now. Yes, we are going to be doing the dryers. I'm not going to do anything right now, because we don't know what's going to happen.
We want to,
and you know what?
We want to wait and see what happens.
If we end up in a pretty bad recession, depression, I'm actually probably would get some really good deals on some dryers. So I'm not ready to, you know, what's the term? Not ready to take the plunge. Or what's another term? Ready not to pull that trigger. I just don't know if I'm ready to pull that trigger. So what we're doing right now, I've got a bunch of parts coming in. Greg's doing this week. The door locks, and I'm going to have some video for this because I'm going to make him take the tripod and the camera with the new SD card down there and set it up so he can video it so that we have it to show for you, because I know everybody's looking for some of these videos, because we're going to be changing out 2 door locks. We're going to be doing a drain. I'm going to be doing 2 drains, new relays. The motor mounts, the springs on the motor mounts, we think one has come off, and we've got to rip everything apart to get to that. So we might have that video. So, and these we'll space them out, but I'm going to have Greg video for you guys and do a whole tutorial. I probably won't go with him. Maybe for the relays I might, because sometimes it takes 2 people to, the wiring on these is crazy. And so, but the door locks we're going to be doing, one is for a Gen 4 and one is for a Gen 5, which are 2 completely different door locks. So that'll be interesting. But you know what? It's really not that interesting because they're both plug and play. So, but you know, something to watch. So I think that's it. I'm sorry. So Greg pulled, so we had done, because Greg had already pulled the quarters. So next week when we do the quarters, it'll be up a space. So next week it'll probably pretty much filled up. And so, what are we going to do for a code word? I don't know. What did we just talk about? How about... You say it. Just make something off the top of your head.
Empty gas tank.
Empty gas tank. That's the code word for today. Empty gas tank. So, Greg's so quick on his feet.
I know. Sharp as a bowling ball, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Greg, and how about a new saying?
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. First, I gotta say, have an amazing week.
Have an amazing week, and remember, tough times don't last. Tough people do.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I stole that from her. She said that to me last week. I bet she read it somewhere, so I thought that was really cool.
Oh, did I read that off of Facebook?
Yeah, I think she did. But so, I'll be saying that for a little while, but it's true. Okay, have an amazing week. Bye.
Bye.